getting into this episode of GH, Maxi need to go sit down. Like, honestly, Maxi, I love Maxi, but lately she's been really, like, annoying the hell out of me. Like, seriously, I understand Lulu's her best friend. She wants to help her get her marriage back and all that. I get it, but it's like she refuses to listen to anybody. Dante is not mentally strong right now to come home because, I mean, I don't think Maxi knows about the visions or the dreams that Dante's been having when he came back. I don't think she knows the severity of the situation. She just thinks that it's something that shouldn't take that long. But he has extreme PTSD. He was obviously brainwashed. He went through a lot of traumatic situations while he was in Turkey. He was obviously abused physically. Like, the things that he went through when he was out of the country, it can take years to fix that. It could take months, it could take years. You just don't know. You know, he was afraid that he could harm his wife. He was afraid he would harm his children. You know, like, that right there, he needed to go. Bringing him home early, what is that going to do? All Maxi's going to do is probably what? Go to the facility, try and sneak in, talk to Dante, but it's up to Dante to come home. And Dante more than likely is not going to come home. So she'll just be wasting her time. Like I said, I understand, you know, that's her friend. She wants to help her, but I feel like she needs to listen to Peter and leave this alone. She needed to listen to Robert when Robert told her to leave it alone. Like, you got all these people, including a veteran of the WSB, telling you to drop this and leave it alone, and you still refuse. Like, she's just so stubborn and will not listen. I just wish that they would give Maxi more to do other than chasing around Dante and try to reunite him and Lulu, because it's not smart. Not right now. Obviously, he's not ready to come home. So, anyway, Lulu, I understand why she don't want to drop this story because it's important to her. But, you know, she decided to use another picture for her social media website. I mean, her social media profile or whatever to catch this guy. Hopefully, she does things a lot different this time around. Like, number one, do not use your actual home address. Like, why would you use the address that you lay your head with your kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't do that. That's highly dangerous. That's what kind of irritated me. I'm like, yeah, you don't put that information up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, especially when you got kids. Like, even if she didn't have kids, I'm like, you still don't do that. That's ridiculous. Like, you just don't do stupid stuff like that. But, you know, I get why she's attached to this story, and also it's keeping her busy, you know, so that way she can have her mind elsewhere instead of just thinking about Dante all day. So I definitely get it. But I do think at some point they're going to have to work something out with Dominic, or maybe a recast. Either that, or Lulu's just going to have to, you know, divorce Dante. I mean, something, because you can't just have this character in limbo, you know, being married to somebody who's not going to be around. You know what I mean? Like, it's, no. So anyway, I did like the scene with Alexis and Drew and Scout. At first, when I first saw this today, and the episode first popped up and I seen the little girl sitting in the chair, at first I'm thinking it was Avery. I was like, but then I realized, I'm like, oh, this is Scout? I was like, you know, because we haven't seen Scout in God knows how long. I'm like, she got big. She's kind of talking and stuff. I was like, oh, wow. It was good to see that scene, you know. I just wish that they would do more with Billy Miller other than the sulking and moping. Like, I get it, because the death of his son is still fresh. And there's no timetable on grief. There really isn't. But I just want to see more. You know, I want to see them doing more with the Drew character. Because I think that, you know, Billy Miller is exceptional. He's an exceptional actor. And I think that, you know, they should be giving him better material. You know, having him be a, you know, power player in the business community. I think they can get a lot of mileage out of that. You know, maybe helping Sam and Jason and everybody, you know, take Shiloh down, figuring out his memories. You know what I'm saying? I think he should be a part of that. And I think that they're dropping the ball by not having him a part of it. Clearly, he has a past with Shiloh. Why not utilize it? You know what I'm saying? Why not exploit that to have something more for Drew to do other than mope around thinking about Oscar all day. I think by putting him in the Shiloh storyline, which he's kind of in, here and there, because of his past with Shiloh, I think that they can get a lot of mileage out of it, and it can kickstart this whole storyline. Finally start putting the pieces together. But it does suck that you have to deal with your child's last will and testament. They still have to pick a date for that, to go over the will and stuff like that. But I'm glad he talked to Alexis about it, because Alexis, she sympathized with him, like, losing a child and stuff, even though she couldn't imagine losing one of her kids. But, it is tough, because a parent will tell you in a minute, like, they should not have to bury their child. When you get older and stuff, your children should be burying you one day, not the other way around. And, Oscar went way before his time. But he did promise Scout that one day they would go to Kilimanjaro and, visit Oscar, where they spread his ashes and stuff, which I thought was cool. So anyway, moving on from that, Laura was another one. She wanted to know where Dante was too, for her daughter and stuff like that. But Robert basically told her to leave it alone. Same way he told Maxi, leave it alone. But I think Laura, what I like is she's more receptive to it. Robert is telling you to leave it alone. She knows to leave it alone. As much as she don't want to, she's going to, respect his wishes and respect what he's saying. But she did get a little shocked today when she found out that Robert not only knew the governor, but the mere fact that they both graduated law school together. And Robert actually passed the bar and went to the WSB the same day. I never knew Robert passed the law, the bar. I never knew he passed it. I never knew he was, in law school. But I was happy, though, that the governor made him the new district attorney. But see, this is what I'm talking about, too, though. The mayor has no control over the DA. Because technically the DA is an elected official. Like, the public elects the DA. But if it's not election year and the DA quits or whatever the case may be, then it's up to the governor to hire a new DA. Because that's up to the governor. They're all elected officials. The mayor has no control over that position. But I am happy, though, Robert is the new DA. Both of the Scorpio brothers are in power positions, which I'm happy about. Speaking of, I love the scene with Mac. Listen, having Mac back, even though temporarily as police commissioner, is like a big, blast from the past for me. Because I remember watching years ago when he was police commissioner, and he was, just watching him today, he was back in his element. And it seemed like, he just stepped back into the role of commissioner so effortlessly. Like, it's like no time has passed. And he hasn't been commissioner in years. And it just seemed like, no time has really passed for him. The way he put Billy in his place, Officer Price from Beecher's Corners, because how you just gonna come in somebody's police station and try to throw your little weight around like you some big shot? First of all, you might be a big shot in Beecher's Corners, but you're not in Beecher's Corners. You're in Port Charles, and you're nothing more than an officer. So who are you to think that you got some power? You're an officer. So it was kind of funny to see him come in there and try to throw his weight around. Oh, I want Jason. Oh, I got Jason Morgan is a fugitive. And then when Michael came in, he recognized Michael as the drunk person that he threw in the cell with Jason. So he wanted Mac to arrest Michael. Mac was like, I'm not arresting Jack. Mac was like, you want me to arrest a prominent member of the community, the CEO of EOQ, over something that you can't even really give me details about? Like, he couldn't even tell him the girl name that Jason allegedly kidnapped. And it's a bogus charge anyway, because I'm pretty sure the girl would tell them that Jason wasn't trying to kidnap her. She could simply say Jason was giving her a ride home. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he threatened to bring in the FBI. I'm like, are you serious? I love how Mac put that boy in his place. He was like, you want to call the FBI? Here's my phone. Call him. I said, exactly. You really think the FBI is going to get involved in this little petty, stupid foolishness? You really think? Come on now. The FBI got better shit to do. bigger cases to handle. This is beneath their pay grade. They're not getting involved in that. So Billy can call the FBI all he wants. You're not going to get an agent to take that seriously. This is not an FBI matter. See, this is how dumb that officer is. If you think this is an FBI situation, this is not an FBI matter. All it would take is for Carol to say Jason wasn't trying to kidnap her. You think the feds is going to... This is local. The feds ain't getting involved in that stupidness because that's not a real kidnap. That's not kidnapping. Why would they waste their time? And I just love how Mac put him in his place. Like, you're not going to come in there and think that you got some pull, because you don't. Mac is the police commissioner. You're nothing more than an officer. He outranks you 5 times over. You're not even a sergeant. You're not even a lieutenant. You have no rank. You have no power. You know nobody with power. So, what you going to do? How you going to come in there and try to throw your little weight around like you a big shot? Think not. And then he going to sit there and tell Mac, because Mac told him, he said, get out of my precinct and I will call you when I look into this. Billy sitting there talking about something. Oh, I better get a call from you. I looked at him like, who the hell he think he talking to? And Mac, I just love how classy Mac was about it. He was like, I will call you, when basically letting him know I'll call you when I feel like calling you. Other than that, get out of my precinct, get out of my town. I said, that's how you handle it. See, this is why Mac needs to be the permanent commissioner, because I like how he handled that. That's how you handle a peasant. That's how you handle somebody who's beneath you. And trust me, Billy is beneath Mac. You're an officer. He's a commissioner. You have no power. That's how you handle that. You let them know quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like, bruh, you don't run nothing in my town. You don't run my department. You don't run jack. And I love how Mac not only defended Chase, he also defended Michael and defended his department, defended his town. You know, I like how he did that. But once Billy left, Mac, I like how he is as a boss, because he's fair but he's stern. And he let Chase know that, you know, like, he know that he lied about giving Michael an alibi. Him and Michael weren't together that night like he claimed. And he let Chase know, lie to me again, you know, do something crooked again, you're out. He said, this is your first and final warning. This is your first and final strike. Do it again, you're fired. See, that's the type of boss that you should want. Somebody who's fair but stern. And that's how Mac is. That's how he's always been. He's been like that even when Lucky worked for him. You know, he liked Lucky a lot, but he was, you know, very stern. You know, and that's how you have to be. Very direct, very to the point. So anyway, this idiot Shiloh is getting on my nerves. So he trying to prove that Wiley is his son, basically. So he's sitting there trying to prevent Brad from leaving the pub. And he ended up stealing the baby's, I guess, his bib or whatever, so he could get DNA from it. Now, once he gets those DNA results, he's going to see that that child is not his. So, you know, what you going to do? Because you got a feeling. Here's the thing. One of two things can happen. A, he can get the DNA, which proves that he's not the father, and try to lie, or switch the results, or tamper, or do whatever he do, and not say nothing, and continue to try to get that child by illegal means. Or B, he could see that the child is not his and confront Willow about it, or confront Brad about it. He could do those. The question is, which way will he go with it? You know, what is he going to do with the information? Because we all know that's not his child. He doesn't know it, but we all know. And Brad is just an idiot. I'm like, he can end all these shenanigans right now, but we all know Brad ain't going to end it. This is such a big lie that Brad has concocted along with Nell, that it's going on so long. It's been going on damn near a year. Actually, it's been going on for a year, because this month is the year since the baby was born. So the lie has been going on so long, I doubt Brad is going to tell the truth at this point. Because if he does tell the truth, there's a lot of ramifications he's going to have to deal with. One, he's going to get fired from his job. Two, he's going to be facing legal charges. Three, his marriage will be over. Four, Sonny might kill him. 5, Michael might beat the hell out of him. 6, Michael may sue him in a civil trial and basically have him owing him money for life. There's a lot. In 7, he's going to lose Wiley, aka Jonah. So he has a lot to lose at this point. So of course he's not going to tell the truth. He's going to ride this lie until the wheels fall off. That's what he's going to do. He's an idiot. He's a total idiot. You might as well just tell the truth, because either way, I mean, got is got, and you're got at this point. So anyway, Jason and Sam is sitting up in the safe house having a little breakfast and talking about what happened in Beecher's Corners. I hate when people eat food on this show and they just straight up waste it. Like, you see them big bowls of cereal they had and she just picked it up and put them in the sink, barely was touched. I say, y'all just gonna waste food like that? You can at least give it to a homeless person or something. But yeah, so Jason is still hell-bent on going to Beecher's Corner to talk to Carol. And Sam kept telling him, no, you're not going to Beecher's Corners. You're already a fugitive. You're in trouble there. So why would you risk going back? So they could throw you in the jail and then try to do what they did to you the night before? Because that's exactly what they're going to do. So she basically elected to go to Beecher's Corners herself to talk to Carol. Which is smart, because Sam doesn't have any ties to Beecher's Corners. She's not a fugitive there. They're not going to be expecting her. So I doubt Billy even knows anything about Sam. So it's easier for her to go there. Same way it was for Michael. See how easy it was for Michael to go there and talk to Carol without any cops messing with him? Jason, he's pretty much persona non grata in that town. So you'd be a fool to go back. Especially when you're a fugitive. They see you one time, you're in jail. And you know they're going to deny you your rights by letting you to a phone call the same way they did before. So why risk it? So anyway, that was pretty much the episode. It was a decent episode. I kind of liked it. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Peace.